Alright, so I went to Expo. The first time I went, there was a rocket, and there was also a lot of walking, and there was also a train, which is pretty cool. There's the Belarus Pavilion, which has a car and a cool white tree and some photography of some lady. And there's a Chinese pavilion. Not allowed to talk about what's in there, or Xi Jinping will kill me, but they need to activate Windows. Then there's Switzerland. It's a giant mirror, which is pretty cool, I guess. There's a lot of walking in Expo in general, lots of walking. And there's a Saudi one. It's also a giant mirror when you enter it. They have a fountain. They also got this plaza in the middle, which is pretty cool. They have like concerts there. And then also they have a kaleidoscope at the Saudi one, which is also pretty cool. They have some gardens as well. And then the famous Italian pavilion, it's just a bunch of string everywhere, just string absolutely everywhere. And then they have Michelangelo's David, which is a recreation. Then they have the rocket there, and the rocket is actually in the USA pavilion. They got the Declaration of Independence, it's pretty cool. And they have a giant recreation of the Statue of Liberty's flame. They have a Earth sphere screen thing for NASA. And there's a SpaceX rocket, and you can walk up to it and touch it, and you can actually go and dine under it. It's a restaurant where you can eat burgers and fries, but it's not real. Okay, so the second time I went to the expo, we drove, which meant we had to go in the parking and walk from the parking to the gate, which is not how you're meant to do it. There's actually a bus, but I only found that out later. There's a map of the expo there, and there the map is divided in three main sections. So the green section over there with the lady is the sustainability, and the blue is mobility, and yellow is opportunity, which is pretty cool. They have this first hydrogen bus made in Slovakia, which I guess is interesting. Then they have immigration, you get through immigration, then you go to the mobility section, which has this giant curvy building, which I did not go inside. And then they have the Holy See, and there you can go see a painting of St. Francis meeting the Sultan of Egypt over there, which is pretty cool. And they have a miniature Sistine Chapel. Then you can go to the Korean one, which I did not go inside, but I did see it from the outside with a bunch of blocks, which is, I guess, pretty cool if you want to see blocks. Then they have the Polish one, which has a bunch of papers around it and a giant Polish flag. And then there's the Belgian one, which is always full because it's a bar. Then they have the French one, which is a giant slate and a bunch of stuff inside in fashion. They have the Filipino one. And then there's the Canadian one. There's the giant Al-Wazal Plaza in the center. And when we came, they were doing a show all about Japan, which I guess is interesting. And then, yes, I know the rumors are true. Chad is at Expo 2020. So, yeah. And then we left the Expo. And I haven't come back since. But I will come back, and I might make new videos when that happens. It was pretty cool. Goodbye, Expo.